Hello, and welcome to Tapping Your Evolutionary Mystic. This is definitely one of the higher frequency voices at the peak of the pyramid. The separate self, the no self here from the base of the pyramid, and then we move to the peak of the pyramid. We move to any of those voices that transcend, include, and integrate all aspects of consciousness. That can be the unique self, the rainbow unique self, the unique soul purpose, evolutionary mystic, any of those many different voices. All right, so I'm going to try something that I have never done before. I'm going to check and make sure that we have the highest universal good for everyone listening and who will listen. And I also want to check and make sure this is a shortcut for working with the controller. This is permission and commitments. So it saves a little bit of time of actually dialoguing with the controller. A reminder that permission is from the controller to actually access and speak to some of the other voices. And the commitments, there are two, are specifically the commitment that if the self is threatened in any way or the controller is threatened in any way, that it will stop the process and do its primary job, protect the self. The other is that once a voice is accessed, we shift into that voice, that the controller will do its best to give a crystal clear channel to that voice. Permission and commitment, always really important in this process. So, superconscious mind, it serves the highest universal good for me and for everyone listening to my voice and everyone that will listen to my voice to tap with the fully enlightened, fully embodied evolutionary mystic. Yes. Controller, I have permission and commitment for myself, for everyone listening to my voice and everyone who will listen to my voice to speak to the fully enlightened, fully embodied evolutionary mystic. Yes. All right. Just a little anecdote. I would never share this video with someone who wasn't very well versed and very seasoned in this process, because the controller the self needs to become very aware of the job of the controller. And also the controller needs to trust that the self and that this process has its highest good and the self's highest good at heart. So this is only for people who really have a lot of practice in this particular evolutionary meditation. All right, so shifting in your chairs, let me speak to the evolutionary mystic. Tap with me. I am the evolutionary mystic. I transcend, include, and integrate all aspects of consciousness, all the voices of the separate self, all the voices of the no self. I am the evolutionary mystic, fully enlightened, fully embodied, fully engaged, fully present. I transcend, include, and integrate all the voices of the separate self, all those parts that are still lost in shadow, all those parts that are still wholly or partially disowned, trapped in dungeons, basements, locked in closets. I transcend, include, and integrate all those immature and young voices that are still trembling in fear, stumbling and fumbling their way to the light. I transcend, include, and integrate all the voices, all the parts that are quite wise and mature, that have developed the gifts, the strengths, and the talents of the self. I am the evolutionary mystic, holding all the voices of the separate self with presence, unconditional love. engaged detachment, infinite stillness, universal courage. I hold them all with respect, with dignity, with celebration, gratitude, and appreciation for their journey of evolution and consciousness. I transcend, include, and integrate all the voices of the no self. I am beyond the body, beyond and free of all sensation. I am beyond emotion and free of all emotion. I am beyond the mind, and I am free of all thoughts, decisions, beliefs, and stories. I am beyond choice, and I am free of all consequence. I am beyond the spirit, and free of the dance of chi, prana, and vital energy. I am beyond time and space. I am beyond the beyond. I am beyond all beginnings, and I am beyond all endings. I am beyond all birth, and I am beyond all death. I am infinite. I am eternal. I am spacious. I am the pure witness. I am the empty witness. I am the engaged witness. I am the supreme witness. I am non-attachment, detachment, engaged detachment. I witness, I wait, I watch, eternally, infinitely. I am the witness. I am the stillness of pure being. I am the stillness at the heart of all movement. I am the silence at the center of all sound. I am the fields of nothingness that gives birth to nothingness. And I am the fields of nothingness that gives birth to all things. All things arise in my oneness. All things fall away in my unity consciousness. I am one with all things. I am stillness, infinite, exquisite stillness. I am the Divine Mother. I am the infinite ocean of divine light and love. I give birth to time and space. I give birth to the 5 elements. I give birth to the universes themselves. I give birth to galaxies, to solar systems, stars, planets, bodies, and beings. I am the Divine Mother. I am unconditional love. All of the created universes hum with my great love song, the divine Om. My unconditional love. My heart center is the heart center of every conscious being. And I love all of my creations, all of my children equally, wherever they are in their evolution of consciousness. I hold them with infinite love and light. I am the Divine Mother. I am the sword of compassion, the warrior priestess. I am infinite courage. I am fierce. I am might for right, always fighting for the innocent, always seeking to heal, transform, and transmute ignorance, cruelty, injustice. I am unshakable in my courage, in my resolution, in my devotion. I serve the full, enlightened, embodied consciousness of every sentient being. I am the sword of compassion, fierce in my loving. I am the warrior priestess. I transcend, include, and integrate all aspects of consciousness, all the voices of the separate self, all the voices of the no self. I am the evolutionary mystic, transcending, including, integrating all aspects of the self. I am the unique self, 13.5 billion years of evolution, and I am unique in this precious moment. I am the rainbow unique self, bringing talents, gifts, strengths, integrated with universal resources, infinite skills, in service to the evolution of the self, the evolution of the highest universal good. I am the evolutionary mystic. I am the soul's unique purpose, fully manifested, fully expressed with every breath and every gesture and every choice. I am the evolutionary mystic. I transcend, include, and integrate all aspects of being. I serve the universal laws and the universal principles. I am complete harmony. I am Wei Wu Wei, doing by not doing. I am the fully enlightened, fully embodied mystic, saint, and sage. I surrender and submit to consciousness itself, to reality itself, to the infinite and exquisite truth of every moment. I am the evolutionary mystic, surrendering all that is not in alignment with the highest universal good, transmuting all blocks, surrendering all emotions until absolute divine perfection is realized in this moment, in this breath. I am the evolutionary mystic. I am infinite and I am immediate. All the aspects of the no self, all the parts and voices of the separate self are fully enlightened, fully embodied, fully engaged, fully present with me. I am the evolutionary mystic. And let that go. And just take a moment. Affirm that you are infinite, empty, spacious, beyond borders and boundaries. And affirm that you are immediate in this body, in this breath, in this gesture. And that is tapping with the evolutionary mystic, fully enlightened, fully embodied facilitator. any of those wonderful, wonderful voices at the peak of the pyramid. So a couple of ways that I play with this one, after sort of affirming that you are infinite and immediate, you can certainly put a pause on this and just sit, you know, a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes, an hour. It really is, depends on you. As I'm, depending on how much time I have, as I'm cycling through those voices of the no self, the supreme witness and that engaged attachment, the stillness of pure being and that infinite peace, that divine mother and that unconditional love, or that sort of compassion and that, you know, sort of universal infinite courage. I'll oftentimes just pause there, you know, for one of them or all four of them, even just to sit for a moment in the particular energy of that voice, to sort of anchor that into my consciousness. And the more often I do this, I tap with a variation of this most every day. So the more often I come to these states, the more often I can just shift into them immediately. I can be the supreme witness. I can be unconditional love. I can be the sword of compassion. I can be stillness. Or I can be that evolutionary mystic, that facilitator with incredible skillful means, playing all those parts like a puppeteer, creating a show of consciousness, a dazzling display of consciousness for you know, whatever the moment calls. So anyway, thanks for playing. Let me know how it goes. Bye bye.